Good morning. It is Tuesday, August 26, 2025. It's around 9 a.m. and about 53 degrees. I'm here in Modesit Park in Rushville, Nebraska, and I'm about to continue with the Cowboy Trail. I came to the official end of the Cowboy Trail, and I'm going to ride on the proposed section, which kind of looks ready to ride. Behind me is Rushville and the end of the Cowboy Trail that's been maintained. This section to Chadron isn't maintained, but someone's mowing the grass. People are traveling on it. It's not as wide as the Cowboy Trail. Again, this is proposed for the Cowboy Trail to Chadron. It's using the wrong size rock. I don't know how far this goes. So let's give it a shot. Just a little bit down the trail, and here's a bridge. It's been recently done, labeled 588 there. They number the bridges here, but you notice that the ground hasn't been brought up to the surface of the bridge. So this is definitely a work in progress. It's very bumpy, very ruddy. You're not going to go fast on it. A little rough riding. Not terribly bad. You're just going to go slower. I'm not sure what I'm looking at. Kind of looks like corn, but I don't think it is. Maybe someone could tell me in the comments. I'm not used to that top of the plant, so maybe it's something else. But this is definitely a viable section of the Cowboy Trail. It just doesn't have a road surface yet. And that's why the road surface doesn't meet the bridges exactly. The bridges are fairly new. There's a lot of signs that people have donated, as within benches, signs saying, hey, this person donated. There's signs saying no motor vehicles allowed. So definitely, it's still part of the Cowboy Trail. And definitely worth riding. I'm sorry, but I'm going to leave the Cowboy Trail. But the surface is a little bit too rough. I can't ride it with a fully laden bike. I mean, I'm a cycle tourist, so I have 4 panniers. I have extra gear on top of that. And my bike is quite heavy. In fact, it's one of the heavier bikes you'll see out on the road. So riding on this surface is it could potentially lead to a lot of damage to my bike. And the bridges, I have to get off my bike at every bridge and pick my bike up. And then I can wheel it across the bridge. It's just not worth it for me to ride at this point. But again, if I didn't have anything on my bike and I was out for a ride, a 30-mile ride, this is perfect. This is fine. But as a cycle tourist, it's a bit much. Yeah, the rail trail keeps going. There's been no change in it. I am going about 3 times faster, which is nice. And I'm not having as much issues going over the surface. This is the town of Hay Springs, and as you come in, you have a shelter. Over there is the shelter as you enter Hay Springs, and if you go that way, you'll go to Chadron. But if you happen to look over here on your right, you'll notice that there's a little town park with water, and yes, it works. Just an update. As you can see, the trail is pretty much not maintained, other than someone cutting the side so the horses can walk on it. There are tire tracks here. I don't know if it was from someone doing the mowing or who knows what, and there are a couple bicycle tracks, so someone has attempted to ride this. Over at the bridge, every bridge I've come up to at this point, you have to stop. You have to get up off your bike and lift it up over this edge. And the same thing is true on the other side of the bridge. You got to lift your bike up and take care of it. Other than that, the view is nice. Nice peaceful day. It is supposed to rain tonight. Couple new words of caution. On the track you'll find all sorts of hazards. I did find a railroad spike. There's a metal piece over here. So yeah, be careful. Right where that telephone pole is, the old telephone, electrical pole, I stopped for a moment, and a black ant climbed up on my leg. Thought nothing of it, brushed him off. Well, he had a buddy. He bit me. So yeah, I've never seen black ants bite before, but they do here. And again, this is about 15 miles from Rushville. Back on the Cowboy Trail, and that's because the trail is going to turn that way, and I can either take another road to get to Chadron or just continue on this. I'll probably take the other road once I'm sure I can continue to follow the Cowboy Trail without losing sight of it. For the last 15 and a half miles, I've been able to do that. Route 20 is going to go that way. It's going to go down and then back up. It's great and all, but my goal is the Cowboy Trail. And no, I'm not trying to avoid the hill. It's not a bad hill. It's a hill. I hate hills. We all know that. So let me push off and see where this goes. And as always, you got to be careful of the dirt. I thought that was a little hard packed, but it wasn't. I almost went over. As you can see, I went pretty deep. And you can't tell. There's just no stone there. That should have been the clue. I don't know about you, but I kind of like going through these cuts. Still, there are a lot of stunning views here. I just wish the trail had better surfacing. That is absolutely horrible to ride through. It's all pitted, rutted from cars, rain, other weather. You can tell there is a cyclist ahead of me. That's a fresh track. Yesterday, day before, who knows. But kind of a mistake coming back here, but I wanted to document it for you. This is a first. I mean, all I have to do is untie that and just pull it out and I can get through. But it looks like the end of the trail for now. I will document this, and yeah, that was the Cowboy Trail. Unfortunately, it didn't go all the way. Would you look at that? A bridge has been completed, but the path to it is not accessible. What a shame. I did go 20 miles on the Cowboy Trail from Rushville. At this point, no further traveling is possible. What do I think of the Cowboy Trail? I like it. It's great for exercise. It's great for getting into cycle tourism. Great to experiment with bike packing. There are many sections you can see the construction work on, but no one's completed it. You know, there's no path to it, or the roadway hasn't been done, so it's just a lot of overgrown grass, trees, and whatever else is sprouting up. Hopefully someday it's all completed, and maybe the next time I come around I get to ride on it all the way from Chadron to Omaha. That would be nice.